Dracula. Directed and written by Luc Besson, starring Caleb Landry Jones as the Count himself, as well as Christoph Waltz. The movie starts 1480, where it's the Christians versus the Muslims, because, only one religion is right. That's when we meet our title character, though he's never actually named until a little later in the movie. We find out eventually he is Vlad II, or Count Dracula, which is naming him Vlad II. Nice little nod to Vlad the Impaler, which is what Count Dracula is actually loosely based on. So, as seen in the trailer, he asks a priest to pray to God and tell him not to take his wife while he's out in battle. His wife is killed. He kills the priest. All seen in the trailer. So, not a spoiler. Then we fast forward 400 years later. It is now 1880, and Vlad is old as hell. But the makeup to make Landry Jones into a 400-year-old man looks great. Practical effects are fantastic in this movie. What's not fantastic is the CGI. There's not a lot of it, but the little bit we do have, there is some gargoyles. They are very poorly CGI'd. We meet Maria, played by Matilda de Angelis. She is somebody who was bitten by Dracula and is turned quite some time ago. And de Angelis really overacts this. I don't know if that was the point, but her performance comes off as humorous and funny at times. And I feel like that shouldn't be the point in a gothic tale. We get numerous flashbacks throughout the 400 years as he's looking for a reincarnation of his wife. And at one point, there's this big party, there's hundreds of people, and he just starts biting women mostly. And just, nobody's doing anything. People are screaming, people are like, oh my God, and they're freaking out. But nobody's actually trying to stop him. I mean, they couldn't because he's Dracula, but the fact that nobody does, even tries, it's a little questionable. The reason he is a vampire, it's teased a little bit in the trailer. It's basically because he committed blasphemy. He killed the priest, he condemned God, so God made him a vampire, I guess, is the punishment. I don't know. Eventually he meets Mina, and, it's like, oh my God, you look exactly like her. You're Elisabetta, and, it's just, I feel like it's really, 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 really way too easy for her to just snap back into it and be like, hey, this is my old life as Elisabetta. I am now Elisabetta. It's that did not take any convincing. Even Dracula kind of gives up pretty easily. I won't say how he gives up or why he gives up, but the fact that he gives up just so easily, it's I don't know. It just didn't feel right. And there's a little twist at the end of who the gargoyles are, and it's kind of head-scratching because then that is literally never explained. So I give Luc Besson points for trying to do his own thing here, but at the same time, it's very clear that he takes bits and pieces from other Dracula adaptations. There's definitely moments where I picked out, I'm like, oh, Nosferatu, oh, Bela Lugosi, oh, Gary Oldman. It's he wanted to do his own thing, but at the same time, he took from other movies. And while Landry Jones does put in a pretty good performance as Dracula, it's really weird that a good chunk of the movie, he's just covered in drool and snot. I mean, yes, he's sad, crying a lot because his wife is dead and he's been searching for her for 400 years, but it's just a weird visual, Christoph Waltz, though, overall highlight of the movie, he's just, anything Christoph Waltz is in, even if the movie is just atrocious, he is fantastic. He's always good. He's just such an amazing actor. And this is no different. And it's kind of cool seeing that, he was in Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, and now he's in another adaptation of a classic monster, Dracula. So, this version of Dracula, I mean, it's nothing special. It's nothing special at all. I went into this thinking, oh, you know what? It's a new age. new visions. Let's do this. I mean, we've gotten great adaptations of The Invisible Man with Elizabeth Moss. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein was a just absolute gothic masterpiece. The new Wolfman with Julia Garner was unfortunately not great. But, those other two, kind of gave me hope that, like, you know what? This could be very, very good. And Luc Besson is a phenomenal filmmaker, and his direction is great in this. But, like, the story, it doesn't really keep you that interested. There's a lot of lulls, and there's a lot of, like, convenient moments just to tie the plot together. And I feel like it's just, everything kind of ties together way too neatly. But the performances, overall, very, very good, especially Waltz. The direction, great from Luc Besson. Danny Elfman does an amazing score. It's just, the story leaves you lacking. It leaves you wanting more. It just, I don't know, it's just, the story is, it could have been better. Should have been better. Dracula's been around for a long fucking time. I give Dracula 2026 C+. Thank you for watching Fatman Inc Horror. Leave a like if you enjoyed and a comment to discuss your thoughts. Make sure to subscribe to see more reviews of horror movies new and old. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.